Hello, and welcome to Your Money 2.0. I'm Thomas Fox, Community Outreach Director of Cambridge Credit Counseling. Of all the purchases we make, automobiles are generally among the most expensive. Because of the substantial costs associated with buying a new vehicle, it's unlikely that any of us would have the cash to make the purchase outright. It almost always requires financing to complete the deal. In 2009, a Comerica Bank study revealed that the average purchase price of a new automobile increased by $300 in the second quarter of the year, raising the average cost of an automobile to $27,000. According to the study, a typical American family will now need to set aside 22 weeks of median income to pay for a new car. This is particularly bad timing in two ways: for an auto industry struggling to survive, and for American consumers whose incomes remain stagnant. Though prices continue to change for the worse, other aspects of the purchase have stayed the same, at least when it comes to the buying process. Wise consumers know that they still must factor in the yearly operating costs of the car they have in mind. That is, the cost of gas, maintenance, and insurance when assessing affordability. An element that is often overlooked, however, is one of the most significant financial considerations in owning a vehicle: depreciation. Regardless of how well you take care of your car, it loses value quickly. For instance, the value of your vehicle can decrease by as much as 20% the moment you drive it off the lot. Imagine spending $26,000 on an automobile and losing as much as $5,200 in value when you drive it home. Because of the rapid depreciation of automobiles, individuals who finance their purchase routinely find themselves upside down on the loan. This means that the owner owes more on the automobile than the vehicle is currently worth. In financial terms, the owner maintains negative equity or negative ownership value. Let's say you purchased a new automobile in 2008 for $25,000. You made a down payment of $2,000 toward your purchase and required financing for the additional $23,000. In 2010, just 2 years later, although you've made taking great care of your car, the vehicle is now worth $15,000. At the same time, even though you made 2 years worth of payments, you still owe $18,000 on a loan. You owe $3,000 more than the car is worth. That's negative equity. What can you do in this situation? Financial counselors offer a variety of advice. Some would say it's best to sell the automobile, secure a personal loan for the difference, and then repay the entire loan to your finance company. However, in our current economic climate, this may be easier said than done. Perhaps the easiest way to deal with negative equity is to simply keep making payments until positive ownership equity has been established. While it's true you can trade in your automobile for another, the negative equity of your old car will be built into the price of the new one. Using the $3,000 negative equity figure from our last example, let's say you traded in your automobile for a new model. The price of the new model is $20,000. However, because your $3,000 upside down, the total cost of the new car would be $23,000. Bearing in mind that your new car will also depreciate by approximately 20% when you drive it off the lot, you would now have $7,000 in negative equity on your new automobile. In this scenario, you're creating a cycle of negative equity with each succeeding purchase. We also have to pay attention to the notion of negative equity if the vehicle is stolen or destroyed. Contrary to popular belief, finance companies are not willing to write off the difference between what you owe and the actual value of your vehicle if this happens. Therefore, it is important to discuss gap insurance when purchasing a vehicle. Gap insurance will pay the difference between the actual value of your vehicle and the current outstanding balance on your loan or lease if you experience such a loss. Let's say your automobile is valued at $10,000, yet you owe $15,000. If you get into an accident that results in your vehicle being totaled, you'll be reimbursed for current value, $10,000 only. In order to satisfy your obligation to your finance company, you would need to pay them $15,000. Gap insurance will cover the $5,000 deficiency, saving you any out-of-pocket expense. Well, that's it for this edition. We welcome your feedback and ask for your thoughts and suggestions by emailing us at yourmoney2@cambridgecredit.org. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm Thomas Fox for Cambridge Credit Counseling.